Well, I got to say it's good to be back in the Beach House Beach Bunker for a Tuesday on this July the 7th, 07/07/26. I hope that you had a good weekend. I hope that you are safe and dry, and I hope that anxiety levels are contained. What a weekend. Oh, my God. We've got to play some catch-up. I had an extra day off this weekend, and so I appreciate you coming back for some coffee and conversation on this Tuesday. We got wedding stuff to talk about. Of course, the elephant in the room is a big bunch of water, along with hail, egg-size hail for Killarney. It's a disaster zone in Killarney. Absolutely incredible what hit there on Sunday. We're going to talk briefly a little bit about that. We're going to talk about preparedness in the city of Brandon. Of course, the city declared a state of emergency on the weekend. You already knew that. We're going to give you an update on that and keep you in the loop, and why this year will be likely like any other we've ever seen before, but in a good way. In a good way. And staying on the positive train, our forecast is looking really good. We have 1 day of rain, possibly Thursday. But other than that, it is really going to be sunny and warm, which is exactly what we need right now. Environment Canada is saying late day showers Thursday, maybe into Thursday evening. But other than that, we're going to have temperatures at or above normal and lots of sunshine. Get to the forecast in just a second. Also, the Taylor-Travis wedding happened since we talked. And I can't wait to show you my photo album because the secret is out. That's where I went. 3 days away from the Beach House Beach Bunker. That never happens in like 4 years of this show. I secretly snuck away to the wedding, and I don't care. She can sue me. I signed the NDA, but I'm going to unload. There are 3 pictures on the internet. 3. 2 of them are blurry, and the other ones that you're seeing are fake. It's crazy. Apparently, what kind of wedding do you have where you can sue your guests for millions of dollars? Taylor Swift, that's who. Holy cow. Also, experts are weighing in after a viral video of a woman shaved her face. And it's sparking a debate about shaving, about how much shaving should happen on a woman's face. I didn't know. This is all new to me. Also, 1 in 5 under 30, 20% have ongoing personal friendships with a chatbot, AI. That number continues to grow. Those friends are hard to call upon when you got to fill sandbags. They're not real friends. Those friends are not real. And sandbags are being filled. in Brandon as we calm, cool, and collectively prepare for waters to come. Now, I will not keep you in any suspense. I've lived through all high water events in our community for the last 26 years. This one is unlike any other we've seen before, and here's why. Because, in my opinion, the city is more prepared than I have ever seen it before. And there are a few reasons for that. There are lessons learned from other events. It's also an election year. And communication is much better. I credit my buddy Bruce Lubke, who I used to work with in radio. He's always at the city hall saying, we got to communicate with the people better. They want to know what's going on. And again, just my opinion, they've done a better job. So I think that your social media feed is filled with water, flowing water, disaster, hail, the world is coming unglued. I think that for folks in the Brandon region, and I can only speak to that because that's the only place I've lived for the last quarter century, I think we are very well prepared, and there's still time. Now, not barring any rain. Now, these rains on Thursday better be gentle with us. I'll tell you that right now. They better be just a shower, maybe a little sprinkle, because we do not need any more water. But the reality is that they're prepared. They are ready for what is coming. Communication channels are good. I think that people are following accurate information online, which is also awesome. So we're in a good spot right now as it stands. And we will hold our breath because things are supposed to crest Sunday. That's the target date for Brandon. As you can see in the ticker, we're going to start seeing communities crest as early as tomorrow, I think, in St. Lazare. And Mendoza Thursday, I think. So, anyway, sunshine today, mix of sun and cloud, 23, sunshine and 25 tomorrow. And we'll get back into those 30s for the weekend, which is kind of nice. That's nice and above normal, as long as it doesn't come with severe weather and hail the size of your head. We don't need that. God, poor Killarney. My God. Oh, I didn't show the road cameras. Everything's looking high and dry. We got 16 and 10 in Moon Lake, who's still not working as they should, but we're seeing some sunshine there, and that's kind of nice. Oh, south of Brandon just went out. It was working before the show got started, but I digress. All right, let's get back into the Beach House Beach Bunker. It's good to see you. Let's say our good mornings. I was down at Skydancer on Friday night for the Gretchen Wilson show. Once again, a special thanks to our friends Dustin and Lorna and all the crew over there at the Skydancer. We did the live stream on Friday. If you were part of the live stream on Friday, there was like a mosquito in the background. I was not happy about that, but it was entirely my fault, because I had plugged my cords into the Players Club power station. And you know what? It's totally my fault. I'd never plugged in there before. They built this new Players Club at the entrance. And they were so friendly. They're like, oh, hey, nice to see you again. Hey, great. I'm so excited to be here. And so the person at the Players Club, she moved the chair back and says, oh, there's power right here if you need. And I'm like, hey, that's awesome. It was quick and easy, and I plugged in there knowing full well that underneath the countertop I could see a bunch of other computer stuff plugged in. It was like this power center. And I plugged in. I'm like, power's power. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And not to get too technical, it affected the USB power stability, apparently, on my machine. So that's why it sounded like there was a mosquito. People are like, what is that? What's going on? What's happening? What's that buzzing? We've been invaded by mosquitoes. But other than that, other than my little... And then I was totally distracted, and it was hard to get I was just so distracted. I felt terrible because I was there to, have some fun, talk to some people, get ready for the show, all of which we did, but I wanted to make you a bigger part of that. So, anywho, the show did go off without a hitch, and we did have great weather, and she was fantastic. And what else can I tell you? We took in the rest of the weekend down there, America 250, and saw some fireworks in Minot. Visited with some friends. Took in some baseball with a team called the Minot Hot Tots with some friends, and they have an all-you-can-eat ticket thing. So you know how we've been talking on the show about sports teams doing all-you-can-eat? They're doing it for baseball there. It costs $40 US, so it's about 47 Canadian. And you get 3 hours of hot dogs, popcorn, and beers. All you can pack away for about 3 hours. Good deal. Because, beers and hot dogs add up. Anyway, I've got some more stuff to share with you as the show goes on. But we got to get caught up. We got to say our good mornings and welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Welcome back. Road Reverend, good to see you. Welcome, Road Reverend. Jaden is over on TikTok. Road Reverend's here on Twitch. Quentin is here on Twitch, too. Thanks for your help on Friday there, Quentin. I do appreciate you giving me that feedback. And we got things all figured out there. Janine on Facebook this morning. We've got Pascal on TikTok. We've got Sherry on TikTok. Dave. Lexi and Natalie. Jody's on Facebook. Cindy's on Twitch. Rachel's on Facebook. Sean is on TikTok. Tracy Roger is here on Twitch. Happy Tuesday to you. Terrific Tuesday. Tosh is here too. Good morning, Tosh. Hope you had a great weekend as well. Katie4380 is here too. Zumba Bernice is here as well. Nick Adams, happy Tuesday. Good to see you as well. Braden is over on TikTok. Good morning, Braden. Michelle says, good morning. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. It was a great weekend to get away and relax a little bit. I can tell you, I have Catholic guilt. I have such Catholic guilt. Oh, my God. Because I'm on my phone seeing what's happening at home. And the storm that hit Killarney, I could see it. I'm waiting for Tracy, who's at J.C. Penney. I'm outside because that Sunday it was so hot. It was like I remember it because when I left the hotel to walk over to the Dakota Square Mall, I'm thinking to myself, finally a summer day. It was so hot and so awesome, and the sun was just searing. I walked so slow. I soaked up the sun. And as I'm getting closer and closer to Penny, I'm looking out to the north, and specifically to the northeast, and I could see these clouds forming, and it looked like a nuclear bomb. This is about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm thinking, oh, my God, somebody is going to get hammered. Something bad is going to happen. And sure enough, it was very bad. Feel terrible for those folks in Killarney. Egg-sized hail, for God's sake. Nick says 18 more days. Andrew's here on Facebook. Good morning, Andrew. Renee is here, too. Chris is on Facebook, says good morning. He's out in B.C. Well, look at you. Got to golf Grey Wolf, a top B.C. golf course. Bucket list. And I think Chris sent a picture. We'll get to that a little bit later. Rhonda is over on TikTok this morning, as well as Sean and David. Derek is here too. Bradley's over on Facebook, along with Joan. Nick says, yesterday was a right mess in the morning. I had to take a cab to work because I was not about to walk in that. It was bad yesterday too? It was still here? What a summer. Oh, my God. What a summer. You know it's bad, so I'm coming home, and I pull up to the Canadian side of the border, and you know how they wave you up? So I pull up, my windows are down, and true story, you can ask Trace. The guy goes, hey, Tyler, how's it going? I'm like, hey, good, how are you? And he goes, so I had to get away from like the mayhem and mess of Manitoba for a few days and all the disaster, hey? And I'm like, oh, I feel terrible. I feel awful that I wasn't here to suffer with everybody else. I kind of got away for a couple of days. And I said, I heard Killarney's bad. And he says, yeah, my mom, her house was basically destroyed. But I'm just like, oh, my God, I feel terrible. Oh, my God. Why is this happening? What is happening to our province? It is unbelievable. And driving through Boisvin, you could see the trees, the leaves off the trees. The hail had ripped the leaves, thrown them on the ground. Unreal. Iris is here on Facebook. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Tony on TikTok. Nice to see you. Nick says, can you imagine if they were to affect the slots, you'd hear 777? No, yeah. No, I nowhere near the gaming floor. I was totally over by the admin area. It was all good. It all ended up okay. Dwayne is here on Facebook. Hey, Dwayne. Hope you had a good weekend. A dry one. If you were in Killarney, that I know you did not have a good weekend, and those poor people are still cleaning up. And as was mentioned earlier, lots of anxiety in Brandon, but I am feeling pretty confident that things are looking good. We are in good shape, and the city is well prepared. And now all we have to do is wait and hope everything holds. All the preparation that they've made, and like I said earlier, there's going to be some sandbags filled a little bit later today. So that's all we can do. We're doing what we can do to prepare, and thank God we've got time because Brandon Crest is going to be happening apparently on Sunday. So, and Menadosa, St. Lazare is also in a state of emergency. Basically, everybody in southwestern Manitoba. And I think the only reason that Manitoba as a whole is not in a state of emergency is because Winnipeg is largely unaffected from this stuff. They've had some tornadoes, they've had some hail, they've had some bad weather this summer, but they've been largely unaffected by the floodwaters. So I think that's why they don't want to go whole hog and declare a full state of emergency for the province of Manitoba. But I would think that folks in Winnipeg wouldn't mind at all because they know what's going on out here. They can see what's happening in Dauphin. And the military is here. The military is in Dauphin. They've got some engineers and some, I don't think it's like you would picture it in your mind or like in the movies where there's like helicopters flying around and people are like assisting people and lifting them out of water and things like that. It's much more high level. They came on Saturday. Unless there's more coming, we'll try to keep you in the loop on that. From folks that keep us in the loop, and I do appreciate that. Good morning, May. It's nice to see you. Polar Bear's here, too. Hello, hello. We're going to get to Good Thing here in just a second. Quick reminder that the Summer Sizzler sale continues at Creasy Hot Tubs and Billiards, Jacuzzi Hot Tubs in Manitoba. Oh, staying close to home this vacation season. Yeah, half of Canadians will not travel over 90 miles this summer when it comes to vacation because they want to stay close to home. For a variety of reasons. So if you're staying close to home and you do have some vacation budget funds, but you still want to have some good quality time, that is where Jacuzzi Hot Tubs in Manitoba comes into play. They've got a great selection of hot tubs and swim spas delivered right to your backyard, not just for the summer, but then this fall, and then this winter, and summers and winters and falls to come. With Creasy Hot Tubs and Billiards and Jacuzzi Hot Tubs in Manitoba, go to jacuzzimanitoba.ca or visit their location at 2500 Park Avenue in Brandon. At the Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa at beautiful Riding Mountain National Park. Don't forget that rib nights for the month of July have moved to Wednesday. So tomorrow is your opportunity to get some delicious ribs in ya. At the Elkhorn Resort at an affordable price. A full rack is $30, half rack $25. And they've got 2 seatings for rib nights. So something to keep in mind is you should probably call ahead to get a spot to make sure that they've got some ribs for you up there, okay? Because it is incredibly popular. Also, all kinds of events happening today. Up at the Elkhorn. They've got relay games happening for guests. Tomorrow, they've got Meet and Greet Miniature Horse Club if you're up at Clear Lake. Kids Barbecue event along with the rib night. And coming up on Thursday is the annual mini carnival. They've got like a petting zoo, bouncy inflatables, and it's Clarso Thursday, Social Thursday. So that's happening at Thursday at the Elkhorn Resort Clarso Nordic Spa at beautiful Riding Mountain National Park. And our friends at Leon's Furniture Superstore at 3635 Victoria Avenue, a chance for you to take advantage of Boxing Week savings in July. Oh, I was at Hobby Lobby. Christmas stuff up. I got a picture. I'll show you in just a second. I was just reminded of that because we're talking Boxing Week with Leon's. You think that's crazy? Christmas? What? Oh, yeah. They got all the Christmas stuff out. But Boxing Week, that's kind of wild. But the Boxing Week sale is legit. The Dallas reclining sofa is on for $999. You can save $1,000 on that sofa alone. All kinds of door crashers. Select sofas up to 50% off. Select clearance mattresses 50% off. Sectionals 30% off. And always at Leon's, take up to 3 years to pay with 0% interest and 36 monthly payments. Plus free local delivery on purchases of $7.99 or more. That's at leons.ca. Leon's Furniture Superstore, biggest furniture, appliance, and electronics superstore in all of our area at 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. So before I get to the pictures that I have of the Taylor and Travis wedding, which I was blessed enough to attend, not really. There's only 3. Isn't that crazy? 3 pictures? That's amazing. Here's a few shots from the weekend. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doodle-doo-doo-doo. Here's Tracy and I at the Mighty Thomas Carnival in front of the Zipper. Yeah, took in some rides, got some corn dogs, won a bunch of stuffed bears. Not really. I always lose. I'm never good at those games. Here we are at the concert, enjoying some libations in front of Gretchen Wilson, and there's Gretchen. What a gorgeous evening. No bugs, no wind. It was gorgeous Friday night. Absolutely perfect for a concert. And I got to tell you, I was worried about the weather a little bit. It's like, oh my God. If there was ever a summer to be worried about bad weather, I thought, oh man. And it was cloudy up till about 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. Then the sun came out. It was such a beautiful evening. And then we scooted over to Minot, took in the zoo, the Roosevelt Park Zoo, which is awesome. It's shrunk a little bit since we were there before COVID. But then we took in some baseball, like I mentioned, at Corbett Field. Took in the hot tots there. There is, and this is the actual hot tots. Now, these hot tots are fried with bacon and cheese inside them. Now, I didn't even get any. Tracy took them all. She had them all. I didn't even get one. And plus, I didn't even get the beer. I had to drink water. We were on a budget. Then there was the Dippin' Dots incident of 2026. I'll share that story later. It made me famous for all the wrong reasons. Here I am at the Hobby Lobby, checking out the Christmas decorations. Then we had to make our proverbial stop at Crumble Cookie, where we tried every single cookie they sell. Now my pants don't fit. And, of course, the drone show. Holy cow, I got to show you some of that after 7:30. But we got to do some good things here first. Because everybody else was doing some stuff. Oh, Zumba Bernice got some nice flowers. Take a look at this. Oh, my gosh, that's beautiful. Hello, Alan. Tosh's GT, you guys were out at Reston celebrating your wedding anniversary and had some beach time. And Zumba Bernice attended a sound bath. Oh, tranquility and relaxation from life. Sent video. This is all I got is flowers. Is this right? Oh, no, sorry, that's Cindy's. Hang on. Okay. So, somebody this looks like Mr. Bernice was trying to get a little romantic, perhaps. Wow. Candles and hammocks. Very nice. That is everybody. Why does that scream fire to me? Why do I get? See, this is how heightened my anxiety is right now. Is I'm thinking, oh God, there's gonna be a fire. We've had floods, we've had rains, we've had hails. These are all gonna catch fire. We're all gonna die. And what are those long things on the table? I have questions. Let me pause it right there. What are those things on the table exactly? What are they supposed to be for? What exactly is going on here? I want answers. Now, Tosh has some delightful pictures from Reston, if I can get back to them here. Hang on a second. The kids enjoy. Oh, that's a great. This is summertime. Summertime on a nice day. Enjoying some chocolate fudge sundae, some soft ice cream. Very good. And, and you know what? You got to love when it takes you to Tim Hortons for the anniversary. It's love is in the air. 13th wedding anniversary. And you guys are enjoying the spicy habanero chicken wrap that I'm always telling you about. Aren't you? Aren't you? Because it spices things up. It spices everything up. Looks like you guys had a good time. Sorry, this was Cindy's flowers. Cindy sent some flowers in. This is nice. Quadding on the weekend. Checked out our farm in Pine River and some washed out roads, but she found goodness. This is Mother Nature sending a sign amongst the flooded out, washed out roads. She managed to find some flowers. This is a picture we all need this morning. Derek says we get the honor for the Incredible Hip. They're going to open for the Incredible Hip. They were just up at the Elkhorn a couple of weeks ago. They're going to be a little closer to Brandon. In fact, at the Keystone Center outdoor stage, moved from the amphitheater on July 9th. 6:30, we take to the stage. The Incredibly Hip plays just after 7. Well, that's this week. Wow. Derek says hammocks are very flammable. See? My anxiety. I got anxiety. Tim's is our happy place. It's a happy place for spicy love. Careful on the spicy. You don't want to get kicked out. Hey, Camp Day. Camp Day is, boy, where did this just kind of came out of nowhere. Camp Day is back again, I guess a week tomorrow, I'd seen. So we're going to have more on that as that day gets closer. Oh my gosh, what is happening to our summer? This happens every year. Country Fest, Country Fest happens. We get a storm, and it's back to school. It's like, what the heck? Slow down, please. Slow down. Al says Taco Tuesday, maybe? Some Taco Tuesday in you, maybe? It's always a great day for a taco. It's always... They're getting a new Taco Bell in Minot when I was there. Taco Bell by the university and by the high school. High school and university. Makes total sense. They're one of the only places where you can still get some items for like $1.50. Sonic has some stuff on if you're down there. $2.50 for their little burger and stuff to celebrate $2.50. That was kind of cool. Took in Longhorn. It was good. And I had a episode with my Dippin' Dots at the baseball game. Yeah, it ties into I got stories to share. We got Taylor Swift update for you. Taylor and Travis, the big wedding, of course. Tyler, where does the Incredibly Hip play? The Incredibly Hip, I guess, over at the Keystone Outdoor Stage, according to Derek, on the 9th, which is Friday? Is that Friday? No, Thursday. Thursday, over at the Keystone Center. They don't play at the Riverbank Discovery Center, Tosh asks. I don't think so. I think it's safe to say that they're going to try and steer people clear from the Riverbank Discovery Center, I think. Derek would know if he's opening for them. But Tosh says that according to Brandon Tourism's website, it still says the Riverbank Discovery Center. So Derek, I'll ask Derek to contact the Brandon Tourism website to fix that, because let's get our information correct, unless that is correct. Oh, Derek says they moved because of flooding. Yes. Just contact them, because you say, hey, your website's wrong. I know that this is all short notice. We're all kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. But, hey, this is how it goes. We're going to keep everything accurate and up to date as best we can for you. Hey, it's great to be back with you. Look at the sun is shining. Good morning, sun seekers. We're in for a pretty good week, I think. Our beach cam today is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where the sun is also shining. Take a quick beach break. Be back in a sec. Sun seekers, welcome to a Tuesday. We've got a little bit of sunshine. Some clouds have moved in, but we're supposed to be sunny and warm for most of the week. There could be some showers to pop in on Thursday, but yeah, Thursday might see some afternoon showers. Other than that, things are looking generally pretty good as far as precipitation is concerned. Now, there's a small chance, 30% chance on Saturday, but we need the dry conditions. We do not need any more moisture. That goes without saying. 23 is the high today, 25 tomorrow, and closer to 30 degrees for the weekend as we get into your Tuesday. After a few days, Derek just wants to share his Mexican food. If Derek is not on the in chat because he has to run away, he did some homemade Mexican yesterday, so he'll be predisposed. That can happen. Mexican food is good for you. It's good for you. Oh, that's okay. Oh, he says he's here. Oh, now you're a Sunseeker chatting from the toilet. Oh my gosh. Jeez, Daria, it's okay. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. It's okay. Take care of business. Take care of some business. It did look good, but not as good as my tater tots. Not as good as my tots. They weren't mine. But these tots actually were, they were fantastic. But basically, they've got bacon chunks in there. And they taste just like a deep-fried tater tot with cheddar and bacon at a ballpark would taste. I think they were $9 US. So that'd be like $2 per tater tot. But, hey, it had to be done. So there's Tracy, my lovely wife. She bailed me out after a disaster at the ballpark. So we're at the baseball game, and something I like to enjoy is Dippin' Dots. Have you ever had Dippin' Dots before? Dippin' Dots are like these little pebbles, the frozen pebbles. I love them. I love how they feel in your mouth. I love them better than ice cream, honestly. And I don't get them very often. And so we're out there at the baseball game, and we're enjoying ourselves. It's nice and hot. And I said, okay, I want some Dippin' Dots. And now, Dippin' Dots are tasty, but they're expensive. I don't care. It's treat time for the Thai guys. So we go to one of the trucks, and we get the Dippin' Dots, and I want the large. The small is $6. The large is $9. And that's U.S. So $9, you're looking at about $12 Canadian for essentially what was a small sundae glass filled with Dippin' Dots. And I use the term sundae glass because it's important to the story. I don't know why Dippin' Dots would even have these things, because every time I got Dippin' Dots, they come in a bowl, like a dish, like a flat dish. Like, you know how you buy a small sour cream? It's like that sour cream container. Not this one. It was plastic. It's supposed to be fancy, like a sundae glass. Except sundae glasses are fat on top, and at the bottom, they're tapered at the bottom. So as we're getting them, and Tracy is at the window, and the guy is handing it to her. He says to her, and I could hear this, don't set this down on the table because it will fall over. And I remember thinking to myself, makes sense, because this is a stupid design for this cup. And I just paid $12 for this little cup of Dippin' Dots. Guess what happens? So we pay for it, and Trace hands me, because we bought some other stuff, and so she hands me the Dippin' Dots, and we wander off to our seats, which are actual patio tables, because we're on this patio section of the ballpark. And it's very nice. We're getting set up, got some good seats, and we're going to sit down, and I have to move the chair, and I had to help Trace with something, and I needed my hands. So for that brief second I'd lost my mind, I set the cup down. Well, this is not an ordinary spill with Dippin' Dots, because these are little frozen peas, and they ended up all over the table. I grabbed it real quick as best I can. Half my Dippin' Dots are gone. So $6 is already lying on the table, not to mention a giant mess. Tracy's like, here, I'll help you. Let's get these things cleaned up. And I'm furious because I remember he said, don't set them down. And I'm like, oh, no, I've got the napkins. Here, hang on to this for a sec. So I hand it to Trace, who once again puts it down on the table to help me clean up. And it falls over again. Well, I lost it. I am like, are you kidding me right now? God doesn't want me to have Dippin' Dots. I know this sounds like a seriously, terribly trivial problem compared to what other people are going through right now. But at the time, I was furious. I'm coming unglued. I'm like, seriously? I just want my Dippin' Dots. I was 5. I just want my Dippin' Dots. And they're all over the table. And the thing with the Dippin' Dots, because it's like freaking 90 degrees, they start to melt. You can't even clean them up because they're melting. So it's gooey and it's sticky. And I'm like, for fuck's sakes, Jesus. Oh, my God. And then Tracy's like, look, calm down. I got this. So she goes and gets a bunch of napkins. We get this thing cleaned up. Well, she gets it cleaned up because I'm pissed off. I said to her, I'm like, we should just go home. That's it, see? I get to the boil. off the charts. I'm like, let's go to the hotel. I'm done. It's hot. I didn't get my Dippin' Dots. That's not the best part of the story. So Tracy says, I'll get you more Dippin' Dots. I'm like, no, I'm not spending another $12. The Dippin' Dots are gone. I'll just get drunk now. So I drank beer instead. And I didn't get my Dippin' Dots. So anyway, the next day or 2 days later, we're out for supper. And we're out for supper. And I have this waitress come by, and she says, how are you guys doing? I'm like, good. And so we get into small talk. She's a student at MSU because my niece is also going there. And this girl's from Montana, so we're talking about Yellowstone and, the filming of it, and how she was talking about how some of the locations that they use are barely inhabitable. It's wild. So anyway, we had this great conversation. Towards the end of this conversation with this waitress, she says, by the way, were you guys at the baseball game the other night? I said, yeah, I was. We were. Why? She goes, you had the disaster with the Dippin' Dots. I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. Jesus. Oh, my God. So not only was I embarrassed in front of a couple thousand people at this baseball game, then I'm recognized in town as the Dippin' Dot guy. So it... ha, 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 ha. Oh... So Bernice says, what, no photos of you chasing the Dippin' Dots? Oh, I was not happy. I wonder if she has pictures of you. It could. Well, then I was the next thing. I'm like, I haven't been on the internet. I tried to purposely unplug. I'm probably going viral somewhere. It's like, did you see the Dippin' Dot guy lose his mind? We're the ones on this show showing videos of people losing it on airplanes and mainly on airplanes. People are losing it, but then it's like, hey, there's a change of pace. Here's this guy at a baseball game losing his mind because his Dippin' Dots fell over, and he's acting like he's 5 years old. I'm famous for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But no photos of me chasing the Dippin' Dots. Sorry, funny, not funny. It's okay. Now we can laugh. And this is why Tracy and I are so good together. She says to me, you're going to laugh about this sometime. No, I'm not. I was hot. Quentin says, if only it was caught on camera, I'd be right up there with the Coldplay couple. Yeah, it might be. Because I was throwing a temper tantrum. The kids at the ball game were looking at me like, who is this kid? He's a big one. Oh, they put it on the big screen. Oh, my God. I never thought. I don't know. So I guess we'll just wait for the fallout. I guess I'm not allowed back to Minot for a couple of years. Thank God the cops didn't get called. That would have added to it. Sir, are you okay right now? Do you need us to take you to the drunk tank where you can settle down a little bit after your Dippin' Dots meltdown? Melt is right. These things melt, these little beads. And I spilled my Can you imagine if Tracy had just pulled out her phone to take a few pics of you? Oh, it'd be that. Actually, that would have been good because this would have been my face. This would have been my face. It might be on YouTube as we speak. That's why Dippin' Dots is trending on X. Hashtag Dippin' Dot guy. Those stupid Dippin' Dots. So now I'm scarred. It's been the summer of scarage, disappointment. Oh my God. Oh well. All's well that ends well, and we had a chuckle about that. But then it was a lesson well learned because that's a preach that I give on this show all the time. Listen, guys, you never know who's got a camera. You never know who's watching. Holy crap, did I have to take a heaping helping of my own medicine. And thank God I didn't have a complete viral meltdown. Yeah, I was obviously upset that my ice cream fell down, and as a grown man, it looked ridiculous. But there's people we've seen flip chairs over and do stupid stuff, and man, that stuff gets recorded, and yeah, there's cameras everywhere. Holy cow. No pictures of that. But I do have a little bit of video, courtesy of Rachel, who was at the drone show at Skydancer. And they did such an amazing job. These drones are pretty insane. Like, what you're able to do with these drones in the air, you can't see them till they're lit up, but they can make them into all kinds of shapes and sizes. And the thing is that it's all three-dimensional. It is pretty spectacular. And it is an interesting alternative. Oh, I can see you, Molly. I can see you, Molly. And holy God. So the other thing, too, is that while the drone show was happening as part of the 4th of July at the Skydancer, because we were at the ball game, and we were in Minot. We took in the fireworks in Minot, and that was, I've never seen anything like that before. And it wasn't necessary. I mean, the city did a great job. Don't get me wrong, but Americans are kind of crazy when it comes to fireworks. I have to tell you, I've never seen private fireworks. Look at that turtle. It's the Turtle Mountains. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm actually going to post this whole show on my website. Oh, there's some cherries. I'm going to post this whole show on my website at tylerglenshow.com. It's about 11 minutes of drone show for the 4th of July at Skydancer. Just a great job. But yeah, the 4th of July fireworks in Minot, what I'll always remember is we had a very special, and I'm only going to share this privately from people who are in Minot for the 4th of July and DM me or speak to me, because I don't want this getting out. We had like the best seats in the entire city, and we could see the entire city. And it was insane the amount of fireworks these people blow off. And you see the commercials. You see lots of these little shops in the States selling fireworks for the 4th of July, but I was not prepared. I had no idea. These people are crazy. They are spending the money. So it starts off, it's like pow, 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 all over the city from people's yards. And I'm on Facebook, and the cops are saying it's illegal to set off fireworks in the city of Minot. Nobody's listening. There are people from the city sitting next to me, and I'm like, I thought the cops said you're not supposed to do this. And they're like, yeah, they did. But they won't do anything. They say it's illegal. No kidding, they can't do anything. The whole city is lighting off fireworks at one time. So at the end, when the 4th of July stuff was done and they'd done the big fireworks show over at the state fairgrounds, the whole valley, if you've been to Minot, it's a valley city. You couldn't even see downtown. It was just the smoke. It was a beautiful evening. The smoke filled the valley. I have never seen anything like that in my life. And I just was like, this has to cost a fortune. This must have been millions of dollars blown by people, random, and everybody is trying to outdo the other guy, I think. It's kind of like Christmas lights, right? It's like, oh, you've got good 4th of July fireworks? Well, watch this. Bang, boom, boom. And you're just like, holy crap. So imagine like what we have in Brandon, or probably more like a smaller place like Menadosa or Boissevain or something. Like people in their yards putting that stuff off. That's insane. Because at one point you don't know where to turn. You're just like bang, 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 bang. It's going off everywhere. Like it's, you can tell it's 4th of July. I've never seen anything like that. Derek says USA fireworks are crazy. They are nuts with that. That's pretty insane. And I say that affectionately. You guys are pretty wild with the fireworks. And I think it's because it's cheap. I can't say I've ever been in a fireworks shop in the States around the 4th of July, but I've heard it's pretty cheap. It must be, because if you bought the fireworks that they'd set off in the average yard down there, I don't know how you'd afford to do that. Molly says, I'm so glad that I went to see the fireworks. I rode my bike. I was able to get up super close and leave right when they were done, whereas other people didn't leave until 1 in the morning. Yes, and that was part of my experience, is we had great seats that were not near the big crowds and could see everything. And I agree, Molly, because when it was done, we were out of there because the crowds were massive, being the 250. But again, I'll always remember not necessarily the big fireworks show, but how crazy the citizens were. Like, they let off a lot of fireworks. Holy shit. That is a lot. I've never seen anything like that before. And up until yesterday, I was always saying, Disney was the best, and they still are the best non-holiday show. But boy, might not sure let them off, that's for sure. And I didn't take pictures. I didn't record anything. I soaked it all up. I just watched all. It was impossible. You would just be sitting there recording the whole thing of the whole city. The whole city was lit up. It's wild. Wild stuff. So once again, thanks to our friends at the Sky Dancer for their amazing hospitality, and a great Gretchen Wilson show, and a great 4th of July, and a great carnival. It was packed there. Great corn dogs. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to Josh Turner in November. Highly Suspect, by the way, is going to be performing August the 22nd. Check out SkyDancerCasino.com. And it is not that far. It was great to visit with a few Manitobans who had made the trek for Gretchen Wilson on Friday. And again, there is a summer of shows that'll include Josh Turner in November. That's the next country show, but again, Highly Suspect will perform in August. Visit SkyDancerCasino.com. There you'll find the links to the water park and the trampoline park and all the fun that you can have just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt. Hey, at Headley's Health Hut, tomorrow is Win Back Wednesday. It's the second Wednesday of July, and the second Wednesday of each month gives you an opportunity to win back up to $500 in your purchases with our friends at Headley's Health Hut. They are Western Manitoba's top source for vitamins and supplements and all things to make you healthy and feeling good. If you are feeling like you just don't have enough energy, if you're feeling like you'd like to take some supplements, or you need a new vitamin regimen, just talk to the great folks at Headley's Health Hut. And this month in the Health First Flyer, get 15% off in-store until July 18th. Which means that you've got some great deals on psyllium husk. That's good for fiber. Oh, boy. GABA, which helps to promote relaxation. Don't we all need that? Who needs to relax? Oh, you need some GABA in you. They have got so many amazing products there. 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And don't forget about Win Back Wednesday coming up tomorrow. And was mentioned earlier in the show, Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba Camp Day is coming back again. Tim Hortons Camp Day is a week from tomorrow. Wow, July the 15th. On July the 15th, show your support by ordering any hot or iced coffee, and 100% of your purchase is donated to help support youth in our community. That is July the 15th, a week from tomorrow, at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. And this weekend, the crew at Timmy's was busy making sure that some of our great support staff were getting some treats. There they are doing some deliveries for those who are ensuring that we are kept safe through this high water event. Making sure that some folks get some coffee and donuts. And, of course, the crew at Alternative Landscaping were responsible for making sure that, I got Brad's head cut off here, making sure that that dike was set up properly at Grand Valley Road. So that is a very nice touch, very, very nice of the crew at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. saying a small thank you to those putting in long hours to keep the city safe through this trying time. Yeah, Tim Hortons powers a lot of people. Powers a lot of people in our community because they got 10 area locations, of course, in Brandon, Dauphin, Neepawa, Verdun, and Moosomin. Yeah, that is awesome. Isn't that awesome? Molly says, I don't need to record the show. You can see fireworks all the time. That's exactly what I thought. I was living in the moment. I did not want to do it, and it was fantastic. I had a great time, and I think the worst of it was, quite honestly, seeing what was happening at home. That was tough. But other than that, it was nice. The 250 was nice, and it was a little subdued. I'm not going to lie. I was paying special attention to a lot of red, white, and blue souvenirs, cups, merchandise, stuff like that. And for what it's worth, I'd mentioned this to Tracy that, in our stores here in Canada, and this I don't think this has ever happened before, but based on my experience only, Canada has really stepped up in the merch department. Like if you go to the dollar store, or you go to Walmart, or you go to any like knick-knack store in Canada now, you can find Canadian flags, Canadian snack trays, Canadian cups, Canadian hats, Canadian, like the Maple Leaf has really undergone some serious change since COVID. I don't know what's happening. So I'm in America where normally you're pummeled with stars and stripes, red, white, and blue. 4th of July. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of, compared to what I've seen, especially for such a big celebration. So kudos to whoever's churning out the Maple Leaf stuff, because we've got it nailed down for merch. We're making sure the merch is out there. It's a full court press for making sure that the Maple Leaf is well represented. So something else that I noticed. And I also noticed that a lot of young people are not happy in America. There is no question. I talk to a lot of people. Drives my wife crazy. I like to just visit with people, see how everybody's doing. Because obviously, I'm talking to people up here who want to see what's going on, what the differences are, some of the similarities. No one knows about the whole Canada Trump stuff. No one I talk to is even in the loop on that. But what is interesting is the conversation about affordability, and it's a real problem. Like young people on both sides of the border, this is a real problem. Like, and not that it wasn't a real problem before I'd gone away for the weekend. It's just that it surprised me that that in two separate countries you can have young people basically saying the same thing, that they are not making enough money, that they can't afford their house, their rent is too expensive. Inflation is crushing our young people. It doesn't matter what side of the border you're on, the problem is the same. They're getting crushed is really what it is. So it's a problem, and not like for 21-year-olds. This is like under 40. If you're under the age of 40, you're getting crushed on both sides. And it doesn't seem like anybody is really paying attention to that. So that concerned me a little bit. And I'm a dad, too, and my kids are, coming into the world in that age of trying to get into a house and get set up with their lives and stuff. And it's Molly can attest to it. Yeah. I thought it might be a little bit different, but no, it's not. It's the same. It's the same on both sides. But see, we got so much more in common than we do different. I've said that forever. That's the way it is. We all bleed red. Doesn't matter. But anyway, what is interesting is that there are 3 pictures floating around, just 3, of the Taylor and Travis wedding. Did you see this? So they got married. Big hug of Baloo. But all these celebrities. Let's swing the pendulum from I can't afford to get into a house to the woman who built a castle inside Madison Square Garden. Yet there are very few pictures or proof that this actually happened. Do you know that she had her guests sign an NDA? So what happens if they release a picture or video? I will tell you next hour, and it's not good. They'll be crushed financially. That's coming up in hour 2. It's time for VIP hour. So stay dry, stay safe, stay calm. Everything is good. We are in good hands right now. I believe that city officials in Brandon have a good handle on things right now. So keep following those official channels, regardless of where you're lurking in from, whether it be St. Lazare or Minnedosa or Dauphin. Follow those official channels for the latest in information. And again, as things crest in the coming days, they're cresting to the northwest literally in the next 48 hours. So, again, please pay special attention to those official channels. And we'll be back again tomorrow for everybody on all the platforms at 7 a.m. for more coffee and conversation and updates and so on. And for VIPs only, we're moving over to Twitch, okay? You can still watch the website. You can still watch the show on the website. Catch the audio version of the show at tylerglenshow.com. But in the meantime, off we go from TikTok and X. You guys have a great day, okay? Thank you so much, YouTube. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Have an awesome Tuesday. See you for Hump Day tomorrow. And Facebook friends, we're moving over to Twitch and to the website